Here we are in the Mass Effect Andromeda character creation screen. I'm just going to run through quickly what the character customization tools look like. So it starts with choosing one of these 9 presets, and that's going to determine the shape of your face, the shape of your features, so your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Once we get into the customization screen, we can adjust them, but the nose shape of your preset is going to be pretty much what your nose looks like. You can make a little bigger, smaller, that kind of thing. So here we are. We can adjust the skin tone of the preset, and then we can go into the sub options here, kind of adjust the eyebrows. Again, you'll see you can't change the shape of the eyebrow. You can just move it around a bit, adjust the cheeks, that kind of thing. Pretty standard stuff. It feels a little limited compared to other character creators I've used. I kind of expected it to be a big focus of this game, since we all grew pretty attached to our custom shepherds, or at least I did. I didn't ever use the defaults, and I don't really want to use Andromeda's defaults. So I was hoping for maybe something a little more robust than this, but in the end I created a Ryder that I was pretty happy with normal eyes that aren't crawling into her temple. So we can adjust the mouth and, enough to make it feel like a custom character, if not something that you can really delve into for an hour, which that sounds like a pretty long time, but I don't know, I get pretty into it. So what? You're going to be with that character for 10 hours, 20 hours, 100 hours, 200 hours? I feel like it's worth getting right. We'll just call that good and move on to the hairstyles. First one is the default Sarah Ryder hair. And this one coming up here, yeah, looks like kind of like shepherd hair. They're pretty basic haircuts. There's nothing really exciting about them, but they do the job of covering a head with hair. And then, of course, you can adjust the colors, and there are a lot of colors. So, yeah, colors. If I scroll down here, there are some kind of bright dyed colors as well, if you want that kind of thing. Why not blue hair? Blue hair looks nice. I actually sort of like that, I don't know what you'd call it. Salmon, I guess? Sure. And then the eyes, which you can color all sorts of unnatural colors if you want. And you can individually color the inside and the outside of the iris. And then there's the makeup, which has kind of a futuristic style to it. If in the future people, put lots of shapes around their eyes, maybe. I don't know what the future looks like. Yeah, that's something. I'm not sure how many people will use the big block of color across your face, but maybe it'll be popular. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Lipstick, same deal. Kind of some normal options and some patterns. That'll do. Maybe change that from bright yellow to something else. I'm no expert in makeup, but I feel like maybe red. And if you want lines across your face, then you can have them. It's Andromeda, do what you want. And here are the scars. I always put a scar on my characters. Here's some big gashes, and then some fights with a honeycomb, and then some that look like your house cat, fought with you. These aren't my favorite scars I've ever seen in a game. Kind of red, fresh looking. Looks like he fell off your bike in a couple of those. It's no cool, like, scar cutting through your eyebrow kind of thing. It's a classic scar. You gotta have the classic scars. Tattoos, of course, they're similar to the makeup in that there are some creative designs that I don't intend to use. I guess that's what people like to do in the future. I mean, hell, you're going to Andromeda. Why not get a neck tattoo? Or even a full face skull tattoo. That'll work. So real quick, we'll look at the male equivalents of all of these. So here again are the presets, which some are better than others. That guy looks okay. You can't judge them on the presets too harshly. We'll go back to this guy, and we can do something with this. There you go. As soon as the hairstyle kind of swaps to something else, he starts to look better. But we do have to get rid of that facial hair. All the facial hair is pretty bad. Looks like you got some ground coffee on your face. So we're not going to use any, and I think that looks pretty significantly better. So we'll just choose a random hair color and look at the hairstyles. Kind of same as the women, nothing too out of the ordinary here. I think I'll just stick with the shaved head for this guy. And maybe we can, I don't know, give him more of a chin. Yeah, why not? That looks good. He's come a long way already. Some yellow, green eyes. And yeah, all the makeup options are identical, so you can give him any makeup you want. And the same goes for the scars and the tattoos. There's a pretty decent looking character I'm not entirely unhappy with. It's not the most complex character customization system, but it does the job. I hope you enjoyed watching, and you can get much more Mass Effect Andromeda coverage on PCGamer.com. Thanks. We'll see you next time.